So, Daddy Owen,
Yeah.
who do you think is the most interesting Bible character?
Whoa, the most interesting character in the Bible.
Yeah.
Wow. I have so many choices. Let me narrow it down to around 3, and then out of the 3, I'll pick one. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure.
So, I think the most interesting character for me, let me start with I think Jonah. Jonah is interesting.
Why?
Because how can you be sent by God na bado unadecide tu kwenda njia zako unaonekana umejificha? As to me, that is just a funny, interesting story. And then number 2, I think I'll go for Solomon, because I think Solomon, okay, we know so many stories about Solomon, but most of the time guys talk about him having so many wives and concubines. But there are very interesting stories about Solomon. Theologically, I think he wrote like 3 of the most important books, and these books have been divided in very different. In fact, I'll do a very interesting sermon about Solomon. And don't forget that this guy built like the most important temple in the Bible. And then finally, important character, just to answer your question, I'll go with Peter. Because Peter, number 1, he was a fisherman. Number 2, he was like one of the greatest disciples. Unajua wale wasa kitchen cabinet, wale deep state. Him and John like walikuwa deep state kando ya Christ. And then interesting facts about Peter ni the most common one. We know this guy denied Christ 3 times. And then apart from that, we know bado biblically is the same guy when Jesus Christ asks, who do people say that I am? And then akaweza, but who do you say that I am? Is Peter, who came out and declared, you are the Christ. And by saying so, Jesus by day akamwambia, hey, this has not been revealed to you by anyone else apart from my Father in heaven. And then at the same time, if you just move, this is very interesting. If you move from those chapters if you move just few verses from that story, you'll find now an interesting story whereby Jesus is rebuking Peter and anamwambia, get behind me, Satan. How can you be praised like a few verses before that, then now you're being rebuked? That's very interesting. Then we find that Peter performed so many miracles. That's what we don't talk about. And then apart from that, Peter walked on water. People don't mention that. Peter walked on water. And then past the biblical era, now you'll discover that Peter died it was how can I say, it was just it wasn't a mysterious death, but it was just a weird death. He was crucified upside down. And then of course the Roman Catholic declares Peter as the first pope. So Peter, according to me, Peter is the most interesting character in the Bible.